Hey guys, back for round two here. Uh, doing some reaction videos, doing a little bit of catch up because I haven't uploaded anything in a couple weeks. So today I've been on a kick like for the past month. I'm really into because I like horror stories and like creepypastas and stuff like that. But these are like animated horror stories and like a lot of different channels are doing them. And I'm really enjoying them. Sometimes you have like popular people, you know, in YouTube communities from other reading creepypasta stuff. They'll sometimes narrate. Sometimes, um, this particular one is pizza delivery and dog walking. It's two stories, and they're relatively short. So, this is from IMR Scary Tales. So check them out. So let's get into the spooky shit, shall we? A
My
scary.
friends and I grew up in New York in a pretty suburban area ever since 5th grade. Our circle of friends was large back in the day, but the four core members of our group were myself and my three best friends, Johnny, Devin, and Nick. We were 16 years old at the time, and we were having a movie night at Nick's house
Were
as
they
his
related?
parents had gone up to the Cape for the weekend, so we had the house to ourselves. We were at Nick's house as he had to watch over his German Shepherd, Bonzo. When we had arrived, we had helped ourselves to Nick's dad's stock of booze and then played some video games all the way to doing prank calls past 10 p.m. It
Breaking
sounds
in Dad's liquor
childish,
cabinet
but
already.
hey,
There's
you only
problems.
seen once, right? We get about halfway through the movie when there was an unexpected knock at the door. Nick looked
It was Dad saying, "You better not be in my fucking liquor cabinet."
confused and had told us that he wasn't expecting any more visitors. As he requested, I get up and go to the door with him. We thought that maybe we have been making too much noise and that it was his neighbors coming to complain. But that wasn't the case. Standing on the porch was a Domino's pizza delivery guy with a large pizza box in his hands. "Hi there, large pepperoni pie paid for online." This was very strange, as we hadn't even thought of ordering pizza. But 16-year-olds and pizzas are natural allies, so we gladly take it off his hands.
Idiot. Stupid. I'm sorry. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like pizza. I like free pizza. Who doesn't like free pizza? Come on.
Vegans.
Well, they like free vegan pizza, I'm sure. Uh-huh. But I'm sorry. If just somebody magically appears at my door with the pizza,
Think the fuck not.
like why? What's the deal with the pizza?
Yeah, I would not take that. I would be automatically suspicious.
Also, that's not an accurate depiction of a Domino's pizza box. It's a lot smaller,
Not
and
always.
that's the large.
When was the last time we even had Domino's to know that?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. All right, let's see if these idiots eat this pizza and give themselves super shits or something or whatever.
I mean, who wouldn't take a free pizza? We tip the
Me?
guy to be nice, and he tells us to have a good night, and proceeded to walk away, disappearing into the night.
Where's his car?
The only thing was that there was no vehicle in sight, so we figured that he must have parked a few houses down. We bring in the pizza to the
I bet you
living
he shit
room
in
and
the
tell the
box.
others how we just got locked out. Devin, being the honest and nice person he was, told us that we shouldn't just eat someone else's pizza. We looked at each other and realized that it was the wrong thing to do, so we leave the pizza on the counter and call up Domino's. Eventually, we get through to them and inform them that someone else's pizza had been dropped off at our place and that the delivery guy should take it back to the correct address. They ask for our address and we tell them. The person on the other line asks if we were sure it was a Domino's pizza. Yeah, it's got your logo and everything.
What? We haven't had any orders from that part of town all day, and none of our drivers have been around there. We'll check in with our other stores.
At this point, we're all pretty perplexed as no other Domino's stores delivered to our area. We decided to give them a few minutes to call us back, and if they didn't, we just ate it ourselves. We fixed up a couple of snacks and resumed the movie we were watching. I get up to get a glass of soda in the kitchen and was shocked to what I found. Bonzo, the dog, had eaten at least half of the box. Fast forward till about a half hour later, we noticed that Bonzo was becoming really distressed, whimpering and crying, and then heads back into the kitchen. 10 minutes later, we noticed that Bonzo was extremely ill, lying on the floor and having trouble breathing, and we immediately knew that something wasn't right. We looked online for a nearby vet in the area, and there was thankfully one nearby that was still open. Needless to say, we rushed him over there quickly, and he was on the point of death when we brought him in. But it wasn't for the reason we expected. The vet said that he was displaying very strange symptoms. They ran a few more tests, and what we found really turned our stomachs.
Poisoned?
There were several traces of strychnine found in his system. It's a very dangerous poison used for killing rodents, and it causes all of your organs to shut down completely. Nick's parents came home soon after, and we tried to give the best description to police as to what the delivery guy looked like. Unfortunately, nothing ever became of it, and there were no other reports of anyone receiving a poisoned pizza. It makes me wonder if the guy specifically targeted us kids as we were young and naive. If that were the case, he had been watching us for God knows how long, and how would he have known that we were by ourselves? Thankfully, Bonzo survived, but had we arrived to the vet even 15 minutes later, he probably wouldn't have made it. If anyone comes to your door with food that you didn't order, do the right thing and check with the company it's from.
No shit.
It may just save your life.
I don't know why somebody would need to be told that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, and they didn't notice, like, hey, this box is cold.
Right.
y'all give me delivering me a free pizza that's cold, and your ass is just walking off. You don't even have a car or nothing.
Yeah. That's suspicious.
That's very suspicious.
As a motherfucker.
So, I'm gonna say no. Like, I got money, I can buy myself a pizza. I don't need to take pizzas off of somebody. Somebody. They came out of the dark and then disappeared back into the night. He just noped out. Here's your pizza. Whew. Nope. He just noped out. Sorry.
This happened to me a couple of years ago. It was late May in the evening. I had just finished cleaning up from dinner and it was a nice evening out. I have 3 big dogs and have to take each of them individually for a walk. My oldest dog is 11 years old and deaf. He is usually the first I walk as he gets tired easily.
Nice way to draw the
I
puppers.
grabbed my phone, put my headphones in, and headed out the door with my old boxer. I live in a rural area. The houses are quite far apart and set quite far off the road, so I never had to usually worry about running into too many people on my nightly walks. My area is also very safe. Nothing ever happens here. I was about 10 minutes into my walk listening to scary stories on YouTube. Yes, I listen to horror stories as I walk my dogs in the dark, when I noticed headlights coming up behind me. I didn't pay much attention, just moved closer to the side of the road, pulled my dog over onto the dirt to stay off the road as a car went by. I kept walking and noticed that even though I saw headlights from behind me, they weren't going past me. I'm female, 35 years old, about 5'4", blonde hair that was up in a ponytail. I had a feeling that I should turn around, and when I did, I saw a pickup truck with 2 people inside, pulled off on the side of the road. about 15 feet behind me. I could make out the silhouette of the driver and the passenger, but not their faces.
I thought the mirror was
I
like a
kept
big
walking,
cup of
thinking they had
holding.
just pulled over for some reason that had nothing to do with me. Well, I was wrong. About 30 seconds after I turned around to look at the truck, it started slowly creeping along the road behind me. I was getting a little freaked out, but tried to play it off like I didn't care what they were doing, and kept on my walk. Please keep in mind my dog is very old, and would be of little help to me if these people were to get out of their truck. I started walking a little faster and the truck kept following behind me. About a minute later, I decided to turn
So
around
sorry.
and started heading back to my house, so I had to walk past
fuck all
the truck.
that.
Right?
As I turned around, they stopped in the road and didn't move. I was
Keep
going
your
into
ass there.
full panic mode at this point, so I pulled my phone out to call my husband. As I was dialing his number, the truck started honking its horn at me, and the driver rolled down the window and said, "Hey, we're lost, can you help us?" I ignored them and kept walking, praying my husband would answer the phone. He was still at work and didn't pick up, so I started walking faster.
It's like, you got your ass out
The
here,
truck
you
then
figure
did a
out
complete
getting your ass
turn in the
out.
middle of the road, turned its high beams on me and sat there revving its engine over and over. The sound of this made me start running with my old dog, who has a hard time walking quickly as it is. I'm running with my dog, the
when
truck
you picked
still
up the
sitting
dog.
revving the engine. Then all of a sudden it takes off towards me. My heart is pounding in my ears, and the fear and panic I felt in that moment, indescribable. I can hear the truck flying down the road towards me, and they're now honking their horn over and over again. I was still at least 5 minutes from my house.
Shit.
Between me holding on to my dog and running, I dropped my phone somewhere in the dirt on the side of the road. I kept running as fast as I could with my dog, turned my head to see that they were heading straight at me from the road. I grabbed my dog and jumped down into the ditch to narrowly avoid being hit. The truck kept honking as it drove down the road past me and kept on going. I truly thought I was going to end up kidnapped or dead from them hitting me. I was so terrified I pulled my dog into the woods for at least 15 minutes to make sure the truck didn't come back. I
Shit.
finally made it home, absolutely terrified. Called my husband from my landline. He was almost home, so when I told him what happened, he was very sorry that he didn't pick up when I had called him. I did phone the police when my husband got home.
Excuse me.
They came out and took a report. I gave them a description of the truck and the man.
Okay, why is it the cops automatically in there with his nightstick out already?
Just ready to fuck shut up.
It's like, what? Where they at? I'm gonna beat somebody up. It's like she's the one that called you, dude.
Right?
They didn't end up finding who they were. Just a word of advice. Don't walk along dark country roads at night with an old dog.
Okay, see, here's the
And
thing. Most
always
people
carry
know not to
pepper
fucking do
spray.
that already.
Yeah.
Something with
So
you to protect yourself.
I'm gonna have a hard time
I
showing
never
sympathy
thought
right
something
now.
like that would happen to me that close
Country
to home.
road, stay the fuck home. So yeah, it's good advice. You know, it's like I'm also, especially if I'm walking around somewhere, especially at night, I'm not much into wearing headphones anymore. I mean, I used to when I was younger, but nowadays I know better. Because you never know who's going to sneak up on you or what's going to happen. So yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you check out the channel. Check out their other videos. As you can see, there's other videos that they have. Also, if you like this, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.
Did you just say like the subscribe? I'm
That's
pretty
right.
sure you just said like the subscribe.
I did. Do you know what? You need to like the subscribe. Yes.